Okay, somebody else was asking about this FCX trade. The reason why I like this D1 chart a lot today was because, well, obviously SPY was bullish today, but you still want to find charts with relative strength. And the reason why I liked FCX had more to do with the D1 than it did intraday. Now, of course, intraday, this thing had really good relative volume. So it was like peaking at 1.8, but it was always over 1.0 the whole time. Really nice relative volume. But what really made this thing shine was the D1, specifically the fact that this thing was kind of changing. It was changing its story, basically. So you have a bunch of these algo lines. This one from up top through here got broken a couple days ago. It popped over the SMAs, but I don't know if SMAs these days are really that important. You're going to see a lot of stocks that are just weaving in and out through their SMAs right now because of where SPY is on the D1. If you look at SPY's doing it too. Like, nobody really cares right now. Everything in the global sense is kind of ranging out. So the SMAs, unless they're really being respected by the D1, should be of lesser importance, in my opinion, for your trade analysis right now. And it should be more about where their levels of relative volume are and where the algo lines or the trend lines are. So let's look at FCX. If you see the relative strength, it kind of doesn't really have it. So why the hell would I pick this thing? Well, first, it's got good volume, but if you look at this D1 candle here and this one, and you compare it with the two on SPY, you see the difference. There's big overlap here on SPY, and this is a gap up. So some shit changed overnight here based on, I'm guessing, based on the economic report this morning. So they basically changed their minds about it. So the first thing that we see, if we go to the relative volume vision here, if you look at this candle right through here, I'm sure there's other ones in other places, but this is the one that I really noted, was this one coming up through here, break through that one. And it was pretty well respected through there. So that was the first one it broke. And that's this line through here. Here, I'll delete this so you can see. Look at how it follows that perfectly after the breakout. And then you have this second one. I'm going to delete this algo line because it got broken earlier in the week. But the second one coming from this specific candle right here, if we go to the relative volume vision, this candle is above average volume. And then that one also went down there. And why the hell did I pick that one? Well, look at this. That's where it goes right through there. So you can see that this thing is actually legitimate and being respected. So it breaks the first algo, gets rejected, chop, 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 breaks the next algo. Cool. Okay, this thing's in play. So it's not only like a good D1 chart because it gapped up, the economic report did something to it. It broke a bunch of algo lines. I assume basically this means that institutions think that this thing is better than it was yesterday. This thing is worth trading, and so they have kind of changed their overall program on this thing. Let's take a look at the 10P on it as well. So if I switch this over to the 10P on the D1 chart, you can see how this thing has been going up and up and up and up and up, even though 10P just finished a bear cycle right through here, and it crossed into a bull, and it's still popping up. So it's diverging right now, and it got a bull cycle, but it's curving over. Like, it might not continue going up. So I'm not really considering this thing to hold for like long term. A day trade, it's good for. If I had to hold it and it was underwater, I would hold it overnight. But I wouldn't expect this thing to just keep going up and up and up and up and up. Like, it's not a multi-day thing. Like if you look at what VZ was, sorry, I can show you my Canadianness right there. If you look at what VZ was the other day, if you look at the previous week, this is on the D1, this thing just had a really nice sharp cross, and it just went up and up and up and up and up last week. So we're back to, what was I looking at? Oh yeah, FCX. So we're back to FCX. And then on FCX, you can see that it kind of just ignored the 10P there. So the 10P is really nice on it too. And that actually coincides with my thesis about all these algo line breaks in the economic report in the morning. So now you're trying to figure out, okay, where do I get in and what are my like ranges? Where's this thing gonna encounter some sort of resistance next? So looking at this chart, we're going to FCX. Sorry. Looking at FCX, I have this upper range right through here. So I know anything above this algo is good. So my stop is like below the second algo. So 2 lines of support. But anything above this algo is in play. So even if it chops around or pulls back or whatever, I don't really give a shit about the 5-minute trend on this thing. I know it's got relative strength. I know it's strong. I know it's going to break through. What I want to know is where my profit target is. And I took a look at where the D1 candles are, and I have like a ideal profit target, and then like this is a good profit target too. And if you look, you see some high relative volume candles through here, this sort of zone right through here, and then you have this one up top through here as well. If you take a look at this point there, that's going to be an obvious line. Even if that's not high relative volume, a candle like that is probably going to stop you. Not necessarily all the way, but you might want to take profits before you hit that. But this is a hidden line right through here, this horizontal one with relative volume. So that was going to be my general target right through there. But as soon as I saw things kind of shaking around on SPY, that's when I took profits. So that would have been my target. And then that would have been my like magical Christmas land target. And anything over these two algo lines, I'm just holding it. It's good to go. But the reason why I took profits was it kind of was almost already there. It's good to go, and I had the opportunity to be flat, so I went flat. So that's FCX. Basically, it was all about the D1 and the economic report and the algo lines and the 1OP.